Good evening, all present. Sydney Clemens has rightly said that art has a role in education of helping children become like themselves instead of more like everyone else. And this is what we strive for with the art education program at DPS Ludhiana. It is with this resonating thought that we have embarked on a journey to hone the latent creative abilities in each young artist. The works of art in this exhibition are made by the children of Junior Wing from classes 1 to 5. The concept notes for the curation have been written by the students of class 4 and 5 under the guidance of the teacher. These communicate to us important voices of these children, their beliefs, thoughts, and struggles. The artworks have been divided into three sub themes: cacophony, echo, and insight out. Cacophony is a struggle between the conscious and the subconscious in a child's mind, whereas echo is an expression and resonance of our thoughts. Insight out prods us to look inside ourselves to seek solutions for the ruckus created through our follies and actions. The webinar will progress with the display of artworks according to the themes, experience sharing by children, pearls of wisdom from our guest speaker, followed by the panel discussion. So let us venture into this interesting adventure of the virtual art exhibition Voices of Children and transcend the world of art. Now I call upon Pavni Lohia, our first student speaker. Pavni.
Greeting you all a lovely evening as we travel together through the different themes of our today's art exhibition, Voices of Children. I am Pavni Loya of Class 5A and I am here before you all to give a voice to our feelings. Raising rights, raising voice, cause can't do anything of our choice. All restrictions and a big stop, so all our plans are a flop. Waking up early and doing yoga is always a problem for us. But much better than getting dad scolding is doing a bit of leg folding. Junk food is a big no for children to eat, but parents have a record that we can never beat. Our being online is a worry for them, but for parents, gadgets are a gem. To go outside and play in the lockdown is a simple request by the children, and a big stop comes here too, but parents go anywhere they wish to. Going to kitty parties is a passion of parents, and skipping it is not in their patience. But our meeting with friends is a burden for them because they never cared about the friendship gem. Study, it's always a burden, and a lot of work comes all of a sudden. Then no more playing during that day, sadness looms and is here to stay. Playing with friends is always a wish, rather than being bookish. But rules are set against this all, so all our plans get a fall. Seeing positive points in people is always taught to us, but at times of use, its power get a fuse. I wish the powers could switch one day. Oh, what fun in our future would lay. Making the tables turn when we are in each other's shoes and learn. When we are in each other's shoes and learn. Thank you for listening patiently to our voices. Oh, shh, I hear some more voices. What do I hear? Well, I hear someone sing who needs a paper to paint when the whole world is a canvas. Do you actually believe that? Is art bound by medium, material, or space? I would like to share this platform with my friends Araf, Ritvik, Navya, and Haramrit, who will elucidate upon this thought and take this journey further.
Quack, 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 quack. Oh, hello, I am Ducky the dog behind me. I am going to hide there. Do not tell the dog. Okay, bye bye. Quack, 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 quack. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, hello. I am the donut dog. I am hunting a duck. I am going to eat the duck. Where she has gone. 1 minute, wait. I have great sense of smell, and I can smell her. Oh, she has gone there. I'm also going there to eat her. Bye bye. See you later. Bow, 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 bow.
I am so hungry, but I have nothing to eat. I have already eaten all the fish in the pond. I wish there were more fish in the pond so I don't have to hunt on land. Oh well. Oh, sweet, found breakfast already. Wait, I have an elephant box. If you eat me, you will catch it too. The weird horns on my head are shaped like giant human fingers because of it. True, true. Your horns are very unusual for it. If you spare me, I'll show you a place where you can eat as many animals as you want. Deal. Now lead the way. You see this cave? There's a party going on in there, and most of the herbivores are invited. Really? Yes, really. Oh my god, the tiger ate him. Well, better him than me.
Now we have Navya with us. I think she has a network problem, so let's move to her, Amrit.
ला 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 आपको पता है मैं कौन हूँ? मैं हूँ तोताराम। ला 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 मुझे तो वहां से एक बड़ा सा हाथी निकल रहा था जिसको अंडे बहुत पसंद थे और उसने अपनी सूंड एक बड़ी सी डाली पे रखी जिस पर दो चिड़ियों का घोंसला और उनके अंडे थे। जैसे ही हाथी अपनी सूंड डाली पे रखने लगा, चिड़ियों की जोड़ी बोल पड़ी, हाथी महाराज, ये डाली मत खींचो, इस पर हमारा घोंसला है और हमारे 3 अंडे। हाथी 2 मिनट के लिए सोच में पड़ गया और उसने सोचा, मैं क्यों करूं परवाह। उसने डाली खींची, घोंसला भी गिर गया और अंडे भी टूट गए। तो आपको पता है अपना नहीं, दूसरों का भी सोचना चाहिए।
सुनो सखी, सुनाऊं तुम्हें मैं अपनी कहानी। आज मैं अपनी जुबानी, रह न सको बिन जल बिन पानी। जब तक बहती नदिया की धार, पहना मैंने जीवन का हार। करती ना जल में किसी पे वार, है सबसे मुझे बहुत प्यार। बस रह न सकूं मैं जल के पार। Well, you heard a lot of sounds and a lot of animals The lockdown during the pandemic had a similar situation. I put my head above the water and saw so many of my friends venturing into the human territory. I think human beings were glad to hear the peacocks and the civets, but were equally troubled by the lack of each other's touch and sound. Let us hear what Shania has to say about this in first sub-theme cacophony.
Greeting you a dazzling evening. I'm Shnai Gupta of Foray. I bring to you the first sub-theme of the exhibition, cacophony, which means an unpleasant mixture of loud sounds, intertwined together through the cacophonies of sounds that hold me in dilemma. Cacophony, two sides of me. There are two sides of me, one kind and one evil. One is an angel and the other a devil. Once I saw a rupee fallen on the road, and the good side of me told me to do what I should. Don't pick it up, it doesn't belong to you, said a voice inside me. Listening to it, well, that was the key. Give it to the needy, if you must, and don't let it get buried in the dust. Oh no, said the bad side, pick it up. After all, you found it. It belongs to your cup. Finders are keepers and losers are weepers. Do you know it? When I am there, all will be darkness and nothing will be lit. There are two sides of me, one kind and one evil. One is an angel and the other a devil. Once I broke my favorite doll, and the good side of me told me to play with my ball. Let it be, don't sob and cry. Keep calm and relaxed. Give it a try. Keep a smile on your beautiful face. If you be sad, it'll only bring gloominess to this place. Don't listen to it, protested the bad side. Don't go on a happy-go-lucky ride. Tell your mother to fix it. Tell her to take out a sewing kit. How much I wish there was no devil. All was kind and nothing was evil. There were no cacophonies of the sounds. Everything was hunky-dory within my bounds. So I have thought that if I do good deeds and help people really in need, my wish can come true, and there will be a world where no one will feel blue. There is a constant struggle between the angel and the devil inside of a human being. This section of curation has artworks that reflect the struggle between the conscious and the subconscious state of mind. The artworks allow the spectators to lose themselves in the tug of war while wanting to do the things right by their inner voice. Each work questions the basic narratives of our world and provokes deep thought into our actions that have made us reach the point of no return. Hope you experience the cacophonies that exist in our society as you progress through the artworks in this section. Thank you.
Let's watch the work done by our young artists.
What an amazing display of artworks. So now we have Sana and Alia, who will elucidate and reflect upon their artworks. Let us hear what stories they have to share. Sana and Alia.
Good evening everyone, myself Sana Jan from class 3. Today I am going to tell about my art project which name is Same Color Opposing Feelings. In this project we have to choose one color and tell two different feelings about that color. So I have chosen the color green. Now I will tell what I like about green color. This is the nature, the two scenes of beauty. I go there for cycling with my grandfather every day. This is a hill for cyclists. We have to cycle up and reach the top. It's very steep, so it was very difficult for me for the first day to climb up. But one day came when I reached the top. I was so happy that I started jumping. Then this is the magical tree which has magical leaves. When we rub them in our hands, the fragrance of Vicks comes. It's very nice, so I took some at my home and gave it to my mother and father. They also said it's very nice. Then while returning home, this is a bush where there are many dogs. They are my friends. They became my friends as I sometimes give them biscuits or sometimes chapatis. They are my best friends. This is the old tree, a very old tree with branches are cut in a very nice way. One day it was raining, so I came under the tree, and that day I came to know the value that God has given us something that is free of cost. Now I will tell what I don't like about green color. This is a basket of kiwi. One day I was feeling hungry, so I ate one. Its taste was very sour. No doubt it is a good fruit but it gives nutrients, but I don't like it. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. My name is Alia Dalmia. I study in class 3 and today I am going to tell you about my art project. In this project, ma'am told us to tell the Stone Age people how our lives were there in the cities. So we could not talk to them as they did not understand our language. So I chose a black background to show that I have drawn on stone, as people used to draw earlier on stones. I have showed my classroom over here as I was missing my classroom because online classes were going on. Thank you.
That's so wonderful, Alia, the way you have communicated with Stone Age people through your artwork. And that reminds me of the famous fact that art itself is a language and it does not need any words to communicate. That's so wonderful. And Sana, the way you have depicted your two different feelings about the same color, that's really commendable. Thank you so much, children. Now I call upon our next student speaker, Asis Noor, to share her thoughts she has put in the write-up. Asis Noor.
Accept my warm greetings. I am a seasonal core of 4A, and I am here to share the echo of human actions all around us. Zig Ziglar has rightly said, life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. Has any one of you ever experienced that when you stand in a tunnel or high upon a mountain peak and shout loudly, your voice comes back because of the echo? We can also feel echo in our daily lives, in all our actions. In the year 2020, we witnessed the pandemic, and its echo could be felt in our lives in many ways. Earlier, we went to the zoo to see animals kept in cages. But during the time of complete lockdown, when there was no movement of human beings, animals came out of their houses to see the humans in the cities, caught behind the four walls of their houses. Before COVID-19 knocked on our doors, our mothers pestered us to eat homemade food as it would keep us healthy. But we continued on the junk food spree, which spoiled our health. But during pandemic, when all the restaurants were closed and there were no home deliveries from Zomato and Swiggy, we relished the homemade food, and in turn, no one felt sick. Also, watching television or using mobiles and laptops before COVID-19 was so interesting. Our parents advised us not to use gadgets as they would affect our eyesight. And once the online classes started, our parents gave us all these electronic devices to use. But now we tell them our eyesight is getting affected. Lastly, like every criminal who has committed a crime and tries to hide his face from the people around him or her, we, the criminals of nature, in various ways, are nowadays forced by the fury of nature to wear face masks every day. The artworks in the session of the curation depict the echoes of our actions, the aftermath experienced by each one of us, the lost voices which take us on a journey of self-introspection. Each one of us ends up wondering whether we will ever make peace with Mother Nature again. Thank you.
Here we have some echoes of our students.
is such a delight to witness these children expressing through their artworks. And I could really connect to the stories they have to share through their expression in their artworks. Now let us welcome Onish and Tarashi, who will join us to share some of their experiences through their favorite art projects. Onish and Tarashi.
Good evening. I am Onish from class 2nd C. Today I am going to tell you about my artwork named Control Scribble. Ma'am told me to scribble here. Was scribble from blue, green and red. And I found animals. I found elephant, fish, panda, penguin, snail, butterfly and a snake. I had much fun to do this. I took ideas from my friends and my family. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tarashi and I study in class 2. Today I am going to share my feelings on my artwork. This is a scene of a beautiful evening. The sun is setting down. The light seems more beautiful with a tint of pink and greenery all around. I have used twigs to make the branches of the tree, and I have made heart-shaped flowers on the tree of red, yellow, and green color. Also, I have used twigs to make a bench for someone to sit and enjoy the beautiful nature. I have made some birds as it will be night soon. They are going back to their nests. For this artwork, I have used oil pastels for a nice shading effect. This is a lovely scene of evening. It is looking like the colors are flying in the sky to make it more beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarashi. And even I could see those colors flying in your painting. And it's such a good idea that you have used different shaped flowers in your tree. You know, even I could not think that way. And Onish, I could really see those animals moving between your doodlings in the painting. Thank you so much, children. So now we have Anya Arora, our next student speaker, who will tell us more about her write-up. Anya Arora.
I wish a joyous evening to everyone present here. I'm Anya Arora of 5B and I am here with you to delve into a journey of introspection, insight out. It is rightly said by Nara Lee, be led not by sight, but by insight. Once I was talking to my grandma and she told me how the world has changed nowadays. But people still do certain things that were done in the past. She said that she used to feed birds bajra seeds in a bowl when she was young. Whereas nowadays people use a bird feeder to feed the birds. This gives people a positive feeling and they feel good about themselves. I was inspired by my grandmother's wise words and rushed to feed the birds. I found so many other things that are positive around us, like the old Gulmohar tree outside our house in full galore in the month of April, which is also a home to so many animals and birds. Its colors are a harbinger of good times to come. A respite from heat, its bright colors symbolize life and vibrancy it promises. I was further reminded that although during the lockdown, when everyone was feeling negative, we witnessed many positive things like beautiful rainbows, clear skies, our animal friends, lesser levels of pollution, etc. I felt amazed that even these small things in our life could make us so happy. My grandmother's story gave me an insight that although different people may think differently, but still solutions can be found out that work well for all. We need to delve deep inside our souls and find joy in the small things around us. This is what will make us truly happy. The curation here elucidates the insight we need to develop to find solutions outside. The artworks in this group exhibit the progressive thinking and new initiatives being taken around that are signs of hope. This changed mindset holds the key to the lock to the dilemmas we face and will help us to emerge into a comprehensive and hopeful future. Thank you.
Some more creativities of our students.
What a wonderful presentation. It was truly mesmerizing. I feel really proud as an art teacher. So let's welcome Manhazuri and Shania, who will join us on this platform. Let us hear what these excited and curious minds want to express through their artworks. Manhazuri and Shania.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Manhazuri Kaur and I study in class 1B. Today I am going to present about my favorite project, Ooty Memories. ये प्रोजेक्ट मैंने इसलिए बनाया है क्योंकि जब मैं ऊटी गई थी तब मैंने एक जंगल देखा था और घर आके मुझे उस जंगल की बहुत याद आ रही थी, तो मैंने उसे ड्रॉ किया। ये ट्रीज इतने छोटे इसलिए हैं क्योंकि ये बहुत दूर थे और ये ट्री इतना बड़ा इसलिए है क्योंकि ये मेरे पास था। यहाँ एक नदी भी है जिसमें एक लकड़ी की ब्रिज है, वो लकड़ी की थी इसलिए मैंने उसको ब्राउन कलर का किया और सन चमक रहा था, ग्रास हरी भरी थी। ये ड्राइंग मुझे हमेशा ऊटी की याद दिलाएगी। थैंक यू।
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shania Kapoor from class 1. I am showing you my favorite artwork, Clean Earth. Why this painting is my favorite? There is story behind this. One day I went park with my parents. I asked my father why the roads and parks are so dirty. Then my father said, no one wants to clean the roads and parks. Everyone wants to clean their house only. We should not throw garbage on the roads. When I came back home, I got an idea and I paint this painting. In this painting, I paint one earth and two people are cleaning the earth, and I used blue and green watercolor to highlight the earth properly. I also show some plant on the earth's face. It shows that we should plant more and more trees on the earth. After cleaning the earth, I draw big smile on Earth's face. It shows that if we clean the earth, Earth will be happy and Earth will be happy, so we live healthy life. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Shania. And I was really glad to see your concern about our surroundings and Earth. Yes, it is our duty to protect it. And Manhazuri, the way you have saved your memory in your sketchbook, and you know, I am also going to do that. It's such a good idea. Thank you so much, children. We have our special guest, Ms. Arpita Bakshi, our stalwart in the arena of art, who has graced today's exhibition and stood as an example to our young artists. Ms. Arpita Bakshi is a faculty of fine arts in DPS Ranchi, Jharkhand. She obtained her bachelor and master's degree in fine art with specialization in art history from Visva Bharati, Santiniketan. I would like to invite her to share her views and motivate our young artists. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And it was my pleasure to be a part of your exhibition. And I congratulate every child, every mentor, and honorable principal, ma'am, who have effortlessly made this exhibition a grand success. And it was a feast to my eyes to witness such a wonderful presentation by all of these lovely children. And when I was witnessing this presentation, especially the echo, I was quite lost in the presentation, and it made me relate to the work of Rabindranath Tagore and Henry Matisse, as they used to make some objects which were accidental and also like they were unplanned. And these children's works are unplanned, but they came out as a masterpiece. So I was just realizing while looking at their work that once you make two parties, like a child and a mature artist, a trained artist, to draw a same theme, a same topic at a certain time, I'm quite sure the mature one will require a lot of time to express his or her work rather than the child, because the child is free of thought and we cannot reach that level. We have already crossed and we have lost that thing. So I think these children make us realize that we need to nurture that childishness which is inside us, and we need to learn more. And regarding the exhibition, every child was so confident and they had the clarity in the thought. The thought were so clear. That was the most attractive part in this exhibition. And I will again congratulate everyone, and I will encourage everyone to keep going and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arpita ma'am, for your valuable feedback. And I'm glad that you were able to connect to the artworks and to our children. Thank you, ma'am. We have our next guest speaker with us, Ms. Nonika Kher. She is MA in English Literature. She has taught at the prestigious Delhi University and has also dabbled in theatre. She was the secretary of Jharkhand Center of Education and was a force behind running a school on the railway platform. As someone with a different perspective, we would really love to hear from our regal and poised guest parent speaker, Ms. Nonika Kher. Please, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So a very, very good evening to everyone present. I would like to begin by thanking the organizers for having invited me to this very, very interesting webinar. It has been an absolute pleasure to listen and to see these youngsters, and I must commend the context notes which throw light on every aspect of the program. They have not only highlighted the program, but they have made us understand fully what the children are trying to convey. We all are aware that the world of art exists on different levels, from the sublime to the prosaic. Shall we discuss the term curated art? The word curated is taken from the noun curator. It refers to a person who not only collects paintings and artifacts, but also has an eye for the themes of content in the craft, whether canvas, digital, or sculptural. The curator or the collector is like an author, so well acquainted with his craft that with a single weave, one common thread, whether of any origin, geography, fiction, history, he can weave together an analogy of short stories. To my mind, I am not really, I wouldn't call myself a connoisseur of art at all. I would say that curated art can be defined as an art which is resultant of aptitude, knowledge, and a very vast experience. Today's program runs through various scenes and portals depicting dilemmas. There is the struggle between the angel and the devil, the conscience and the subconscious, which is continually being prodded by evil promptings. The context notes of each work are the basic narratives of life, and they thus provoke us into deep thought and action. Particularly commendable, I feel, is the episode Verses of Children, which exposes the gap between wishing and getting, and the desires of the children being often thwarted by the parents. The division between cacophony, echo, and insight have been very well demarcated in the little playlets we have seen. The script very aptly illustrates the widening gulf, a very sad widening gulf between man and nature. And the script goes on to wonder whether this gap can ever be filled by making peace with Mother Nature. The art exhibits, however, illustrate changed mindsets and new initiatives. In the words of Nora Lee, which still resonate with us, be led not by sight, but by insight. Thank you.
Thank you, Nonika ma'am, for your deep perception. Now, before we start with our panel discussion, I would like to welcome our panelists, Ms. Nonika Kher, Ms. Arpita Bakshi, Mr. Jagvinder Singh, who is an assistant professor at Chitkara School of Planning and Architecture, Ms. Aban Raza, our art mentor, Ms. Divya Dhawan, the parent guest speaker, Anjali ma'am, junior wing coordinator, TPS Ludhiana, the students and the members of our core team. Let us begin with our young artists who are brimming with excitement to share their experiences with us. Hello, Srijita. Can you please share how do you find doing art in your online classes as compared to doing art in your physical classroom?
Good evening. My name is Srijita Bhattacharya and I study in class 4. Today I will be talking about my feelings about online classes and offline classes. I think offline classes are better as I can interact with my teachers and my friends, where I can do my projects better and understand them better. I also like doing those group projects in such an incident, whereas we were given some cutouts and we had to make a story out of them. We were having a group of 4 children. I really enjoyed it as we were not fighting and we decided to divide our works. Like someone would guide us, someone would write a story, someone would do the drawings and someone would cut out those printouts. And I also like doing my projects in the art room as the environment of the art room attracts me and also connects with my soul. But online learning has also taught us that when problems occur, we find solutions to fix them, and has also given us the comfort and flexibility of home. But still, I can't do those group projects. Still, I can't interact with my teachers and my friends. Still, I can't do those group projects in the art room. And there's no alternative to offline classes for me, my friends, and my teachers. Thank you.
That's the spirit, Srijita, to take whatever comes your way in a very positive way. And I'm sure you had a lot of fun in your online as well as offline classes. One thing that has really amazed me during this webinar are the concept notes. The children have worked so hard for writing them. So let's hear from Pavni. How was her journey?
My experience in writing the concept notes was very interesting and challenging at the same time. At first, I found the topic to be a little difficult, but slowly and gradually, I was lost in it. My teacher also gave me some ideas from her life. She constantly asked us many questions, and these brainstorming sessions together were very fruitful. These sessions were helpful in clearing my thoughts, and the thoughts turned out in a beautiful poem. Slowly, I started finding the process engrossing and was lost in it. I was really involved in writing it. My friends too helped me with some ideas. Some ideas I took from the stories I had read, or something that left an impression on my mind. I really enjoyed writing it. Thank you.
Wow, Pavni, that must have been an amazing process. So my next question is for Ravya. Ravya, as we do art appreciation every month, and you have come to know about many artists, which artist has inspired you the most and why?
Good evening, everyone. I am Ravya Makar from class 5A. Today, I will tell you that who is my favorite artist and why. Although many artists are popular and they have created many masterpieces, yet my favorite one is Vincent van Gogh. I was amazed to know that he created about 900 masterpieces in his career. So now the question comes that why I like him. I like him because of his choice of colors. His strokes were bold and bright, and sometimes he put paint directly onto the canvas and then he used to paint. So when he left his paintings to dry, they would take weeks to dry. And then I also liked the subjects he chose. His subjects were well chosen. He painted night scenes and nature scenes, and sometimes he painted himself. So many of the colors in his paintings were relatable to real life. I was so fascinated by this artist that I decided to research more about him on the internet. While researching, I got to know about one of his most famous paintings, which is Starry Night. Starry Night was painted in the art form of Impressionism. Impressionism originated in Paris. While researching, I got to know that when some scientists were looking at the night sky, they found out layers of dust and gas swirling and flying around the stars. And they were immediately reminded of Van Gogh's painting and how he had depicted the same feature. When I looked at this painting, I felt really calm and comfortable. So I could feel both the things at one time, and looking at it first time was a funny experience. And I also noticed that many of the elements in his picture were painted in dark blue. One can really say that he knew how to deal with his strokes. Thank you.
It is really a joy to hear these young artists. Thank you, Ravya. You have researched really well about your favorite artist. Thank you so much. The art education program has been going on at DPS Ludhiana for the past 4 years. Anjali ma'am, we would like to hear from you. What difference do you find in the personality of the children?
Good evening, everyone. That's a significant question indeed. A complete transformation can be seen in the outlook of the children with the introduction of the new art education program. Let me compare the two scenarios. Before the advent of the art education program, art was being taught as a separate subject, and it was teacher-oriented. The teachers would instruct the children about the shapes to be made, colors to be filled. So consequently, children were very passive, and there was no scope of thinking and creativity. So I would say it was more of a rote learning. And as a result, lack of interest could be noticed among the children. However, with the introduction of the art education program, positive impact has been noticed not only on the academic achievement of the children, but also on their holistic development. Children now get a chance to express their creativity and dive into art. This gives them confidence, increase their empathy, and discover how to look at the world from different perspectives. All those skills help prepare students to take on the world with passion and creativity. Children are now more confident, have better self-esteem, are able to think critically. Art program has also enabled them to be better communicators. As they talk about their creations, you have already seen that in the webinar, and also they write about it. So they are able to deal with their emotions in an effective manner. So it's true that learning art goes beyond creating more successful students, and I'm sure it's going to create more successful human beings. I'm glad that this art education program has been implemented in our schools. Art is at the very core of our identity as humans. The greatest gift we can give students is an understanding, appreciation, and ability to create art. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Art education program has indeed helped the children to gain a new perspective. Jagvinder sir, being from the art background, you must have had the experience of being a part of so many art exhibitions. What is something that you have really enjoyed in today's art webinar?
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be a part of this wonderful exhibition. And first, I congratulate to all the students and art faculty for the success exhibition. And I'm connected with visual art since 2008. I have witnessed a lot of art exhibition. I have been a part in a couple of these exhibitions. All I will say is that exhibitions revolves around either appreciation or criticism. Every put high expectations and demand realistic concepts out of those work. However, the art exhibition of DPS Ludhiana is a fresh and new experience for me as the young artist I met here, liberating with boundless thoughts, high-flying expressions. Each of them has a unique concept and imagination. There is a clear no boundary in their work. I realized that the maturity we seek in a painting of artwork does not apply here because a child imagination is a far beyond our understanding. And I would like to state that today's webinar was full of energy. I did learn something different from you children. Congratulations to all again and keep it up. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Our students are truly inspired by your motivating words. We would also love to hear what our parents have to say. We have Ms. Divya Dhawan with us here today. Ma'am, how do you find art different when you were a student and now when your child is a student?
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to witness this art webinar. I mean, I am overwhelmed. Literally, I would not lie, but I really wasn't expecting the show to be like from that level. The kids have done fantastically well. I mean, art for me, what a vision of art I had as a child was, just drawing some blue or green, not even green. If ever anybody used to paint the hill green, ma'am used to actually scold us that what green? Have you ever seen green hills? So we were always taught, drawing those blue and brown mountains with a shining sun, maybe few birds flying and a river flowing. And this is what when I think about art, I still get that picture. And what was the outcome of that? I guess all 40 or 50 of us used to more or less paint the same scenery. But today I'm like, I was startled at the themes, the controlled scribble, the color me same, the lines tell a story, beat the noodle monster. I mean, I'm feeling jealous. Why did I have this kind of art in my school? And now at this age, like when I'm 38, my creativity level has gone down so much. Like I was like, if somebody tells me to take my lines out for a walk, I'll be like, no. I don't know. How can I take my lines out for a walk? It'll be like a proper flop show for me. But like I loved it so much. I actually, I would not lie. When I was speaking to Gunjan, ma'am, she was telling me, she was asking me, just tell me your views about the art of DPS. And I was like, I remember my son painting a self-portrait in class 5. That is all I remember, because being a boy, he's not very much into art and all. But that moment was really a precious one for me. Apart from that, my little one is too young, and because of this online thing, maybe she's not very regular and very into art. So I was like, ma'am, you tell me, what do I have to say? So she was like, hey, sorry, ma'am, you please witness the show and then you say. And I was like, I have been witnessing the show. I've made, I think, 5-6 pages notes. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, this is so awesome. I'll speak this, I'll speak that. I am totally overwhelmed. I would actually thank Team DPS. And as a parent, I am feeling so proud right now that what a great team of talented, supportive, intelligent leaders we have in DPS. I mean, thank you, Team DPS, for putting up this exhibition. I think I've actually gone a lot of stray from my question. My question was a difference, I feel, but I am so overjoyed to see this that it is just DPS. So that's it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are glad that you liked the show.
I loved it.
Thank you, ma'am. So my next question is for our parent guest speaker, Ms. Nonika Kher. Ma'am, can you please share what is the significance of art in your life? Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Is that better?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I think you were asking me, can you share the significance of art in your life?
Yes.
Okay. I must begin by confessing that I have never been an art student in the true sense of the word. Nature, it seems, forgot to endow me with any artistic abilities. Yet, strangely enough, I have never felt an outsider in the world of art. To me, art does not only mean mere drawing, etching, sketching, or colors and oils. To my mind, art encompasses the entire beauty of nature and the world. Art enables us to see the vastness of the world, that we can explore the confines of knowledge, we can break to its utmost boundaries. And it also helps us to plumb into the beauty of nature, which is unfathomable. All the children who have participated in this webinar have been an absolute joy to watch. Their creativity seems to have been turned or churned by them into energy and intense joy. As a spectator, this has been a very, very great learning experience for me also. Now, before I end, just 2-3 questions. Do you really think that the world of art is bound by medium, material, or space? As an artist once said, who needs a paper to paint when the whole world is a canvas? I think one of the participants quoted this. To my mind, as not a connoisseur of art, experience, understanding, and perception are the teachers in the world of art. In the final analysis, I would say, nature is the friend of man. Art is the soul of man. And a final word, kudos to the participants and the organizers. Very, very well done. Shabash. Thank you.
We are truly enriched, ma'am, as you have helped us to dwell deeper in the oceanic bliss of your experience. Thank you, ma'am. Arpita, ma'am, what inspired you to take up art? I'm sure our students would love to hear your journey.
Yeah, you see, everyone has a gift and a talent in them. You don't born as an artist, right? There is a motivation behind it to become an artist. So for me, to be an artist is to notice, to observe the world as it moves around me. And I do art because art is how I see the world. And I exist inside it. And see, I'm from art history background, and I see everywhere I have to criticize or appreciate everything and every part wherever I look around. So like I have no choice but to capture, describe, record, listen, appreciate, and inspire to make it. And sometimes it becomes a clash with my parents that once you enter an old temple, why do you just keep on seeing the iconographic part? Why don't you concentrate on the spiritual part? I say that it's inside me. It has like the college, the field has made me like this, to see it in the other way, like not unlike the other normal people, how they see that, okay, this is a Vishnu temple, you have to worship, but I see the other aspects of that. So I would really say that my basics were nurtured by my parents, and then I was enhanced, my personality or the art field was enhanced by my college, Vishwabharati Shantiniketan. And I would also like every child here to see the world as they see it. You don't have to focus that your parents or teacher will see that if the sky is blue, you have to paint blue only. If you see any other color, go for it. You don't have any limitation or any boundary. So everyone, if you want to inspire yourself, you get inspiration from the nature. That's what I will speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arpita ma'am. The art education program has been taken up by our school and has made a difference in the approach towards art. Under the able guidance of Ms. Ritu Khoda and our art mentor, Ms. Aban Raza, we have been able to help the children explore and display their artistic talent. Aban ma'am, what difference do you find in children's work in terms of originality and creativity?
Okay, hi. First of all, it's very exciting to see it all come together. And I know you've all been working very hard, and we've been like pushing you and driving you to do things which seemed impossible a long time ago, but now I guess it's very much possible, and you should be very proud of yourself, and this is all very excellent. So congratulations to the team who put it together. Congratulations to all the students there who worked really nice and very like out of, you know, it's very honest. It's very original in that sense. I don't know what the difference is because I have no parameter to compare it to. Before that, this is, I'm also learning with the kids, and I'm at also a stage where I get excited and I'm also saying, hey, this color, how did the child get it? And, you know, how do I get this one? So I think it's just a two-way street. I consider myself a student again, like I'm guessing most of us. I just think it's a process, and every voice is very important and valued. And I think DPS and Art First and the schools that Art First works with wants to kind of drill in the notion that each voice, each expression has a value. It might not be immediate, it might not make sense as it is being produced or created, but it's a process. So we are kind of having a holistic understanding, an approach where we perhaps are trying to create an environment where the best potential of the child is realized. And that can only happen when it's a supportive environment, which your school exactly is. And so that it's very warm, it's nice, and it's reflected in this webinar, and it's reflected in a day-to-day interaction also. So yeah, it's really nice being part of this process.
Thank you, Aban ma'am. With this last question, we conclude the panel discussion. I'm sure today's panel discussion has given you all an insight into the wondrous world of art, which carries us from the reality to make believe to ultimate bliss. Now I call upon our principal ma'am, Ms. Balmeet Kaur, to share her views on the importance of art in education and today's webinar. Please, ma'am.
So good evening, everyone. At the very outset, let me tell you, I am just overwhelmed. I'm so grateful to have been part of this wonderful event and experienced the work of the children. I'm so glad that we took the way forward with the art education program, I'm very grateful to all the children who participated today, our mentor, all our parent speakers. There's one grandparent speaker also, and our guests who are from the field of art. I love the way Arpita says that the world moves around me. I mean, that's something we've always thought So her art moves around her. And like Jagvinder said that, there are so many things that we thought were not possible for children to do, but it has been quite an experience to consider that everything is art. The traditional methodology that we've had so far has always been that the mountains have to be brown, as one of the parents mentioned, and the sun has to be round, and the river flows by pointy brown mountains. Yes. So a big change, a wonderful change. Now you understand when they say that art conveys meaning. Human brains are wired to respond to all the visual stimuli. And irrespective of whether we understand it or not, each one of us is affected by what we see, and it shapes the kind of person we become, the decisions we take, the behaviors we exhibit. Therefore, art is a powerful medium and needs to be used with care and has to be part of our lives rather than a subject which, is something on its own. There's been so much discussion over the past year over art integrated learning. CBSE has come up with an art integrated program, and the new education policy 2020 talks about integrating art into every subject. But like as Gunjan pointed out, and so did Anjali, that we've introduced this program 4 years ago. And I think our children have grown by leaps and bounds, and their minds, we've learned to think out of the box. And that is what is really required. Sensitive, open children, ready to learn, and art can be a powerful tool. I had written a few words, but I've forgotten all about them. But still, let me look at my file. Art has been an integral part, as I said, of all our discussion. According to the policy document, there is no hard separation between the streams of art and science, thank God. And everything you do, whether it's cultural, social, whether it's music, dance, whether you even think of science, everything is art. So I'm so glad that liberal arts is coming into the purview of education in our schools and our society, and that we are the forebearers of this change. It's wonderful to be there, but we can't do anything without the parents' support, without all of you mentoring us, because we know so little. Nonika ma'am kept talking about not being a connoisseur, but the thing is that the artist and the dramatist that she is, and the literature, everything is art, ma'am. Everything is art. And just being around you makes us feel as if we've experienced something wondrous. So this platform has given us an insight how art integration can be used as a teaching strategy and can be used to integrate subjects. And it is of immense importance to engage on such creative platforms. Hope to see more art happening, more growth, and that our children actually achieve their potential and the earth becomes a much better place to live. Thank you everyone for being here. I am really humbled by our children's efforts. Thank you, mentors. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for motivating us with your inspiring words. In the end, I leave you with the thought that art is a journey of a free soul. Let us all continue on this wonderful journey. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.